Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Wednesday, June 18th, 2014. Okay, scheduled announcements yesterday. The CPI came in a little bit hotter than expected, and housing starts were a little bit short of expectations, which is probably somewhat of an explanation of why the market was a little funky yesterday, or maybe flat, I guess you might say. For today, we have EIA Petroleum Status Report at 10:30. At 2, the FOMC comes out with their policy for the next, what is this? Is this a monthly or a quarterly meeting? I'm not sure, but anyway, they come out with their big announcement at 2 p.m. if QE ad nauseum is going to continue or not, or whether they're going to taper. And then their forecast also comes out at the same time. And then there's a press conference, probably with Yellen, or Yellen, I should say, at 2:30. Might be of interest. I won't be watching it. Pretty much guarantee you that. Okay, so let's take a look at the futures. Well, we don't have our little thing up here that would tell us about the futures. In Asia, we are mixed to, well, I don't know. I can't say if you probably added all these up, they come up pretty close to zero, I would think. And in Europe, we are bullish across the board. Let's see, what's going on here? Militant. Oh, I thought that said mutant. Never mind. It still might be a little bit early for me. Is my brain a little foggy this morning? I'm not sure. All right, let's shoot over to the futures here in the U.S. Effectively flat. Gold is pulled back a tad overnight to 1270, and oil is at 106.14, up about 27 cents overnight. All right, and yesterday, I know we had a lot of stuff on our list. Just could not see anything really exciting on anything that I felt like as though it's just everything is just kind of weird yesterday. I don't know. It's when I looked at it, I didn't have a lot of time, so I had to run through stuff pretty quickly. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's bring up our Analyze tab, go to Apple, and pop over to the chart here. Okay, so, I looked at Apple. Yeah, we got our hook. Yeah, the alert triggered. I believe we had an alert on this. Yes, we did. But I saw a lot of choppiness here in the price action. We like to see the price be above the previous high after our alert, and at least stay there and continue marching up. But Apple had a hard time yesterday and actually closed down, so I stayed away from it. So I'm probably going to take a pass on this now. Just not real excited about the price action at this time. So we have some rules, some secondary rules that are documented, and one of them is, when we set our alert, we like to have the price above the previous high. As in some of these trades here, like this one here, would have been a very good one. Price moved above the previous high, and it would have been a good trade. Come on, stop that. Here. That's too much. And we'll live with this one the way it is right now. Although I would rather just kind of go like this and zoom it in a little bit more. There we go. So anyway, same thing with back here. Price was above the previous high if this was alerted, and it would have been a successful trade. Would have had to wait till Friday probably, but it would have been successful. So we like that price movement to be a guide for our actual entry. Okay, Amazon, we're in Amazon. And it's hanging in there. It's doing okay for us right now. We are at $67.30. All things being equal, and price doesn't move today, we'll pull in another $16.89. So that one's working out well. It's a little 20 delta that we did here. Because we're still on a downtrend, at least on the 50, and now it looks like as though it's going to try to pull itself back up. Price is still going to stay depressed for it today. Anything new going on? No. We have, even if we were to say that we wanted to take a bull put on this one for a bullish trade with the 20 EMA in an upward movement, we would just say, well, no. Don't really want to do that. Just because we did not get any confirmation on the MACD, and we're about to enter our third day, and there's just nothing going on price-wise here. Boeing. Alright, we're waiting for price to come up here in what we believe to be a new downtrend, at least on the 20. We're getting conflicting signals here, so we would probably not do a 50 delta. If we did something, we would turn this yellow and do a 20 delta if we were to do anything, but I just don't see anything happening there right now. Baidu was looking at pulling out of Baidu yesterday, but I just thought we could get more out of it. I wanted to see the short get down to a nickel. We're down to 15 cents. So I wanted to see that happen. You click here on this price and it'll tell you here's the credit that you collected, and here's what it's worth right now. So you sold it short for $1.71. You could buy it back now for 15 cents, and you would have made 56 cents, $1.56 on it. But then you have to sell your long, which you paid $1.24 for it, and now it's worth 12.5 cents. So you would have to sell it for that after paying that for it, but still you end up ahead, and you would end up $172.19 ahead. We're heading for 184, so I'm not real worried about this right now, so we're just going to let it ride. Anything else coming up? We have a target down here. I'm waiting for that to happen. Celgene, a lot of consolidation going on here from a price perspective. Not happy about this action down here, and we actually had a failure. So we're just taking a pass on Celgene for right now. How's Chipotle doing? Oh my goodness, we got a doji up here. What does that mean? Possible reversal. It was struggling up there at that level. Maybe we will have a move down. We need a flag here. A move down on the stochastic would be nice. Thank you very much. So we're patient on that. We may have to move this way out here, but we'll wait for it. Costco. Alright, Costco. We got a nice move here. They were on the list yesterday. I took a pass on them. And I looked right away in the morning, and I looked about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I saw this stuff going on here. Or 2 o'clock, or somewhere around there in the afternoon. Probably was a little bit closer to 2:30 or so. Didn't like what was going on there. Still has possibilities. So I'm putting it on my 20 delta list. CVX, we'll try to move a little bit faster with these. Still on a good march up, waiting for it to hit our target. Let's take a look at the Dow and what it did yesterday. Just kind of like drifting a little bit in a northeasterly direction here. Not trading that particular product at this time. Igor, alright, coming down, wants to give us a target entry. Now if we get a hook here, well, we might just look at a 20 delta. So we're going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to put it on my 20 delta list just to see if we get that hook today. If it continues down, then it'll go on the 50 delta list as it approaches the secondary entry line here at 30 and the primary entry at 20. FedEx. We have earnings today. So we just take a pass on it. F5 Networks. Did I exit that yesterday? Yeah, got out of F5 yesterday. I think probably took a little bit of a loss on that one, but not too bad. Could have been much worse. So we're out. Now we are waiting for a target down here. Yeah, that's what we were waiting for. So we'll wait for that to happen. Gold. Trying to give us a 20 delta. I'm going to put it on the 20 delta list again for today. Actually, I should have gotten in yesterday, but I was looking at this price action here. This would be, we have conflicting signals here. So we would, I bouncing around here. This is how confused I am about gold. I'm bouncing around here with 20 delta trades, and this target up here is applied to over here. So this would have been a 20 delta trade for yesterday, and then condorize it down here. A little bit late on that particular one, kind of missed it, so I'm not going to do anything right now. We'll see what happens when it comes down, when the stochastic comes down to around 20. Google. Alright, we're definitely in a downtrend, waiting for our target to get hit. LinkedIn. Same story, waiting for it to hit our target in a uptrend according to the 20 moving average. 3M, pretty hot stock right now. It's in the alertable category now. I'm going to throw an alert on 3M up here. And we like to see it get up there and stay up there. Let's go with the mark at or above. Yep, that's good. And really, folks, when you do these, there's no reason why you can't do a 20 delta and a 50 delta. Really is no reason. I haven't had a 50 delta workout recently. I don't got rid of my old drawings here, so I haven't done a 50 delta recently. So, or before this one, I don't think. 3M, I don't know. It's just, yeah, it may not be a good 50 delta candidate just because of momentum. It's not a high momentum stock, but it sure is making a nice move right now. Okay, NDX we did get in yesterday, and it was here, right at this point in time, which is about 2:30. That's when I got to come and take a look. I didn't do my normal 3:30. I did a 2:30 look and jumped in on NDX with the expiration of next week. So we're in on that. Netflix. Also entered, just a word about, one more word about NDX. Entered it on that taxable account. I just did one spread, one lot on it, and with the plans or intention to maybe condorize it, although the expiration is really short. I mean, next week, so I don't think there's going to be an opportunity to make this into an iron condor. And I don't really particularly like doing iron condors with this short of an expiration. Alright, so Netflix, we are definitely in an uptrend. We missed this entry here, and that's a shame. Don't know why, it just didn't come down to our target, so I kind of blew it off. This would have been a retrospect, it would have been a good trade, but following the rules, we did what we're supposed to do. And I don't have a problem with that at this time. Priceline. Oh, Priceline, what are you doing? Look at this, we got stuff all over the place. We're just like shooting all over. Looks like it's in a definite downtrend, so we have our target set up here, and we're going to wait to see what happens when it gets up there. Russell is making a very nice move here. And when I did the NDX trade, I decided to not do the Russell, but the Russell is moving differently than NDX is. So you may want to reconsider that and get into the Russell as well. So now we're waiting for our next target. So we're going to slide this one over here and wait for our next entry. SPX, another one we might want to consider. It looks a lot sort of like NDX, but missed this entry too. So now we're going to have to wait for the next one, if there is a next one, and that would be over here. That was a pretty nice entry on that, folks. I should kick myself for missing that. Man. Treasury bonds. It's very choppy here. Very much an iron condor candidate. We have the 20 and the 50 merging. There may be a shot up or down in either direction. But for right now, I think we're going to look for a entry here. So we're not quite in setup mode for a 20 delta there yet. Tesla, still on a tear. I would have to say I am changing my bias on that, and we're going to go down here. Because we have both moving averages just turned green. And last but not least is Visa. Visa, what are you doing? We don't know. So we're just looking, this could be a condorizable trade here. We have a lot of drifting sideways. So I'm going to look at Visa for a 20 20 delta, first leg of a condor, expiration out somewhere 30 to 45 days out. Take a peek. 30 to 45 days out would put us, well, let's see what we got going with these July weeklies. Alright, so 20 delta would be about 202.50. 202.50, and it's down here out of sight. And that's a fourth week in July expiration, so you have 1, 2, 3. We don't even show it up here, so we're way out there. This would be a very wide, or very, it's 205. What are we looking at here for credit? We're looking at 37 cents on a $2.50 spread. We would like to see 50 cents, but because we're going to condorize it, in theory we would get say 30 cents for the other side, so we're ending up with 67 cents credit total on a trade. So if we do the bull put here and the bear call when it gets up here, we should, and price moves up, say, up here to like 214 or whatever, it would be a good trade. So that's what I'm looking for today. Not a whole heck of a lot of candidates for today, but not bad nonetheless. We're doing okay so far this week. We're hanging in there. NDX should start paying off soon. If it doesn't, I'm not. Here's the other account down here. I'm not shy about getting out if it's not paying off. I like to see them at least start to collect some credit right away. So we'll see how it works out. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.